I'm repeating one more time. Which of the following theories would suggest attending schools does not improve productivity? Human capital says that attending schools improve productivity because you're getting an extra degree, an extra education, right? So rather, high ability people are more likely to stay in schools. So those people who believe that attending school, attending these kind of like degrees gonna improve their ability, so they will be staying in those degrees, in those schools to get those degrees. So that is signaling theory. Human capital says that you attend the school, any kind of degree you get, you will be paid higher salary. Gustavo, you understand?
Yes.
Okay, now answer this question as well. The most popular movie stars have high income for a number of reasons. Sorry. One such reason is
A.
Gustavo.
Yes, A.
Well done. Good. I think this would be the last one. That would. How does the theory of efficiency wages explain above equilibrium wages? What is the theory of efficiency wage? What do we mean by efficiency wage? That employer himself is paying higher salary. So which factor explain that?
B.
Well done. It's quite simple, right? Employers, with their consent, they are not forced or they are not being demanded by workers. Workers don't demand. If workers are demanding, then it is through union, right? So I think we should skip the break. I think only this 15 minutes lecture remains. So it's up to you. If you want to have break, we can have break. Otherwise, we just continue. You tell me. Should we continue or should we have a break? Mirko, Amar, Peranan?
I think we can have a break.
Yeah, sure. Please. So let's have a 15 minutes break. Then we start from here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, class. Welcome back after the break. So we were discussing about the concept checkers regarding above equilibrium wage. Up till now, what we have discussed the determinants of equilibrium wage. We have discussed the reasons of above equilibrium wage, either the government minimum wage law, either through the workers through union, and either efficiency wages by the employer. So if everything is same and two people are getting different salaries, either because of determinants, the five, which one is compensating differential, the human capital, ability, chance, effort, signaling, and superstar, or either minimum wage law, either the worker demand through union, either employers pay as efficiency wage. Now, if you cannot answer from all these above, but that in the previous slides we have talked about, then there is now chance of discrimination. So what is discrimination in economics? We define discrimination as it occurs when marketplace offers different opportunity to similar individuals who are different only by race, ethnic group, sex, age, or other personal characteristics. So although Discrimination is an emotionally charged topic. Economists try to study the topic objectively and in order to separate the myth from reality, right? This is very emotional subject, and in my live lectures, in class lectures, I am very careful because this is very emotionally charged subject. Even though, the people, they don't understand the discrimination, they always talk about discrimination, right? Even in your own circles, you talk about discrimination. But today we will talk about what is discrimination, and even then it is happening, then what are the causes? We talk about that. So, measuring labor market discrimination, it is often measured by looking at the average age of different groups. So even in labor markets free of discrimination, different people have different wages. We talk about that because of determinants or because of above equilibrium wages points. So people differ in amount of human capital, they are getting different salary. Yes. So observing differences in wages among broad groups like white and black, men and women, it says little about discrimination. Wow. Now this is, again, I'm going to read that. Observing differences in wages among broad groups like white and black, men and women, it says little about prevalence of discrimination. So on the other hand, the media, the people, they always talk about, we are being discriminated. The women say we are being discriminated. The black community, they say that we are being discriminated. But the research shows little about the prevalence of discrimination. So let's talk about the research. And this is the same research that done in 2003, widely published. So when they found the data, they found out that on average, men are getting salaries, white men are getting salaries of 41,000 per annum. Black men are getting 32,000 per annum. The women, white women, they are getting 31,000, and black women, they are getting 26,000. So the difference between white and black men are 22%. The difference between white and black women are 13%. If we talk about the gender differences, black men and black women, the difference is 16%. White women and white men, the difference is 24%. So can we, find out some reasons? Let's just talk about that. Among male workers, whites are about 75% more likely to have college degree than blacks. So that human capital theory triggered mine. Okay, why white people are getting higher salary? Because they have college degree. Among white males, 11% more are likely to have professional degrees than women. Right? Women, house-oriented, personalities, they need to raise family, take care of the family, so they don't go much in their professional degrees. But males, they go that. So there's a difference between white male and women. 11% white males, they got professional degrees. So that's why they are getting higher salary. Plus, women career is more oriented around safe jobs. They prefer secretary rather than being a truck driver, rather than being working in a slaughterhouse, rather working in tough jobs, right? Like masonry, labor intensive jobs, right? So we talked about that. Supply in easy jobs is higher, so salary is lower, right? So even after controlling the human capital stuff and job characteristics, even then workers are paid less salaries, then we can say that, oh, then employer is discriminating the employees. So firms that do not discriminate will have lower labor costs when they are hiring the employees. It's true, right? If they discriminate, they are paying higher costs, higher salaries to the person who don't deserve that. It means their labor cost is going to be higher. So would they survive in competitive environment? Answer is no. So due to competition, the non-discriminatory firms will tend to replace firms that discriminate. So in longer run, those companies which discriminate, right, they have higher labor cost. And those who don't have this kind of discrimination, they have lower cost. So in longer term, those firms will survive those who have a lower labor cost. So they will be more competitive, right? So competitive market, yes.
So the firm that don't have any discrimination tend to survive longer than those who have discrimination, right?
So those who are discriminating the employee, their survival is going to be very tough in longer run, right? So we're talking about the competitive market. So competitive markets tend to limit the impact of discrimination. So competitive markets, competitive firms, they don't even dare to discriminate. So firms do not discriminate will be profitable than the firms who discriminate. But that is in competitive markets. We have other markets as well, but research is not done over there. So that's why there is a little room of discrimination in that left to be researched in other areas as well, other market areas as well. But in competitive market, there is no room for discrimination. If they discriminate, their survival going to be difficult in longer run, right? So employer in competitive market cannot even think about discrimination because in competitive market, they want to be profitable. And they want to be profitable, they eliminate this discrimination bias. Then who discriminates? We still see discrimination? Yes. So although the profit motive is a strong force acting to eliminate discriminatory wages, there are limits to its corrective abilities. So it means the discrimination still occurs in competitive market, yes.